Hi, I'm Holly Henson. Welcome back to Real Florida Outdoors.
Welcome back. It's Saturday night, and we're here at South Alabama Speedway here in Opp, Alabama, right now with Dawson Redmon, co-owner of the DR3 racing team. Dawson, you guys have had your ups and downs over the last several years. You've got a brand new car, and you're coming on strong. You're doing good so far. A couple weeks ago, you ran out here, had a little bit of misfortune. What's it look like right now for DR3 racing?
Well, right now, like the last race, we were actually in third place when we got pushed up against the wall a little bit, messed the car up, knocked the toe end out. So after that, it's pretty much all over. Ryan was just hanging on, but I think we finished 7th.
Rubbin's racing?
Rubbin's racing. That's correct. But unfortunately, if you rub too much, then you're racing in the back.
Well, you know, in the class that you run, a lot of, for lack of a better term, lots of feeder markets for NASCAR and for some of the larger racing teams. Matter of fact, if you look around out here, there's several people that are associated with NASCAR racing in some form, either from the mechanics end or the driving end or car owners end. And so this does become one of those feeder markets for those upper classes. Ryan has been running. Your driver, Ryan Redmon, has been driving his whole life for all practical purposes.
That's exactly right.
From roller skates and golf carts and go-kart racing, all the way up through all the different classifications. You guys, up until recently, had been running in a different classification. Talk a little bit about your recent history and the different classes in which you've raced.
Well, actually, for the asphalt, you know, Ryan ran go-karts and dirt, hobby cars, dirt late models, and then he moved into super stock, which is one class below the late models we're running now. And he was a track champion record holder in that division, and then he moved up to modified, and he was a champion in modified. And so basically, if we can put the car under him, I mean, I have no doubts he can do it. It's just we're growing pains. New car, new team, new setup. But he's getting it. It won't be long. We'll be in the winner's circle. Have no doubt.
Well, fortunately for Ryan and the whole team, you've brought to bear the sponsorship of Orkin and looking towards larger corporate sponsors now. Part of our effort is to demonstrate to them, to illustrate to them the benefits of being that kind of corporate sponsor, the fact that it puts you front and center of many people. And as we look around out here tonight, full grandstands. This is truly a family sport. It's children friendly, family safe, and again, that just an American pastime. Obviously, when we have the autograph signing sessions prior to the start of the race, Ryan and the rest of the drivers are mobbed.
They're mobbed, and the kids love it. And I know with our team, Ryan gives everyone a autographed picture of the race car, and he gives hugs and kisses and everything in between. So it's definitely a family sport, and I know part of my family, or all of my family, have been racing since I know long before I was born, and I'm 48. So it's almost like a family history.
Well, when you look around, you do see lots of children, lots of families. This sport is akin to minor league baseball insofar as the participants, the drivers, live in the community. You run into them in Winn-Dixie. You run into them at the library, at the boat dock in town. So, you know, at this level, you actually get to be one-on-one personally with these competitors, and that's pretty cool.
That is cool, and, you know, they are in the community. I mean, you know, the other I think it was last race. There's a little boy in the grandstands that was pulling for Ryan and our team, and well, come to find out, he was just jumping up and down and having a fit over Ryan. So we get to the grandstands, and the little boy was headed for the hospital. He has brain cancer. So Ryan is going to, at this point, we send him some DR3 stuff, and I think Ryan's going to make a trip to the hospital to visit him, and so hopefully it'll make the little boy's day. And
well, it's all part of that giving back to the community.
That's exactly right.
And at this level, certainly you know exactly where your roots are. Many times you get up into the upper levels of any sport, any kind of industry, you forget where you came from, and sometimes you have that barrier, that glass wall between you and your fans. At this level, fortunately, and just knowing Ryan the way I do, certainly, and you, we know that Ryan's always going to stay plugged into that fan base, the community, and to be that partner within that community.
That's exactly right. He's great with kids, and our whole, it's basically just a family deal, and anyone's welcome to come out and see the car and see Ryan and get an autograph. There's no barriers there. So.
Well, we're getting geared up right now. I saw just a minute ago you went and got your tires. Qualification here, just a short while. Where do you like to start in that pack?
The front would be good, but we'll take a top 3 in qualifying. The car's rotating well, and Ryan's comfortable in the car today, so it's humid, so that's going to play a factor. But I think for the most part, we're ready to go.
These guys are ready. They've got their tires. Qualification starts very shortly here, and we're going to be checking back in as that time progresses. You're watching Real Florida Magazine, and we will be right back.